Okay, everything's sharpened. So now let's put on our eyeliner. Ugh, I'm gonna have to get uncomfortably close to the camera right now, so I apologize. And I'm also doing this like backwards too. Alright, let's see. So you want to draw out the corner of your eye just a little bit, not too much, because you don't want like that fake cat eye effect that you see some chicks wear. It's awful. I've seen it before, and I just want to grab their face and teach them the ways. Alright, I'm going to do it on this side of the eye now too. There we go. Again, not too much. You're basically just faking your eye being a little bit bigger and maybe having extra thick eyelashes. Let's do the corners of our eye. Good God, it's hard to do backwards. The great thing about this carbon black is it's not runny, it's not messy, and it doesn't smear, which is excellent for situations like this when you're putting on your makeup backwards. And I like to get the entire upper portion of my eye, even down to the corner like that. Alright, so you can kind of see how my eye looks even a little bit bigger right now. For your under eye, this is where it gets a little bit dicey, because you can't put on too much or else you're going to look goth. But you can't put on too little because your eye's going to still look a little bit strange. Alright, so put a little bit on the corner, just the corner. Just like that. You get this brush, right? You get the eraser side of the brush. This is not necessarily an eraser, this is more of a blender. And this is what it's here for. You can do a better job if you just work from the corners in. So you see how I'm putting on the eyeliner without actually having to get in the corner of my eye, so it's just subtle enough to where, you know, it doesn't look like you painted your eye too much. Again, from the corner, so you're picking up some of that color and you're drawing it on the inside of your eye, just like that. Just like that. Okay. So your eye already looks a lot bigger. Now, if you're like me and you don't have a natural arch to your eyebrow, here's how you can fake it to make it. It's going to be super hard, by the way, in a camera. Okay, because everything's backwards. I might be better off using a mirror. Okay, yeah, here we go. So you want to start from probably the middle of your eyebrow and sweep up, keeping in line with the natural line of your eyebrow from the closest part where your nose is. So you do that, and then you arch it down just like that. And you can't just leave it like that. You have to kind of blend it in with your finger. So you just smudge it in, and that way your eyebrow gets a little bit closer to where you made your line, and it won't look as fake. Okay, so we're gonna get the inside now. Inside should always, you want this to look natural enough to where people aren't going to see any kind of mark that you've made with your eye pencil. So it's just like that. You can see even one side of my eye to the other, how much thicker it looks. Let's do the other one. Okay, so again, sweeping up with the natural line of your eyebrow, and you're filling in the side that might not have as much hair. Again, I'm Italian. I can't grow freaking eyebrow hair. All right. Then you come in and you make this just a little bit straighter. Again, you wanna create the illusion that your eyebrows are thicker and have more of an arch to them. Oops. So there you go. It's fairly even. It's not going to be perfect, but as long as you put on the right amount of eyeshadow, then it'll look even more even, I guess. Whatever. Okay. Let's go for. I'm cheap, so I do Revlon Color Stay, right? And because I'm brunette, I like to use brown on my eyelid. If you want to make your eyes pop and they're hazel or dark brown, you can also go for purple. But right now, I am just using a dark brown. Again, just to bring out the eyes a little bit better. Okay. Need to use a mirror. Let's do it. You get from the outside of your eyelid. And then you want to get the outside corner pretty well. Again, this is all just opening up the eye and making it appear bigger. So you don't have to worry about the inside corner of your eye so much. Let's do the other side. Just like that. So it's blended. You can also use a tiny little brush too, but I prefer just the whatever you call it. It feels like it's like a sponge almost that comes with the kit. All right. So I dabbed a little bit of white powder on my sponge so I can put this underneath the arch in my eyebrow to create even more of an illusion of an arch. And then you do that on the other side too. Let's see. There we go. Because it just looks a little bit brighter, you know. And that's, you want your eyes to pop as much as they can. Now, this is a trick that I learned from the ladies at Sephora. If you have, if you're a brunette and you have dark eyes, always use an accent color to make them sparkle a little bit. So my eyes are pretty dark, but I want them to look a little bit more hazel. So she gave me this Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes. And it's more or less just an eyeliner, but it comes in a lot of crazy colors. This one is gold. It's waterproof too, which is fantastic. So I'm going to put this just on the lower part of my lid. I'll get even closer so you can see. So it adds just a little bit of shine. Just like that. Very, very subtle. And it is, you know, for as subtle as this is, it's kind of amazing what it actually does for your eye. So you can sort of see it. Webcam, again, is a little bit sketchy. All right, so the last step that I take for my eyes, I use a mascara. These are Falsies Big Eyes from Maybelline. Again, you know, you can mix in the cheap with the more expensive. I would say if you were to go splurge, you should splurge on foundation and leave everything else to, like, you know, the CVS and Walgreens, because you don't want to spend an absolute fortune on makeup every single day. It gets to be pretty expensive. So I'm just going to put this on the bottom part of my eyelid. So not on the top. I'm just going to do the bottom, just so it brings out the eye a little bit better. Just like that. All right, so your eyes are pretty much done. That's it. And the next video that we're going to take a look at is how to put on your lipstick.